You're looking at a voyage that will take Hōkūleʻa away from Hawaii for 3 years. You would be sailing at least 45,000 nautical miles. It would be by far the most dangerous thing that we would ever consider doing as a voyaging family. The risks are huge, but on the other side, the possibilities are enormous. We're not going to change the world, but we're going to go and build a network of people around the earth who are going to change it. And our job is to help them be successful.
You know, she was built for one voyage in 1976 to go to Tahiti and come back. That was it. But the fact that here we are in 2014, she's been re-energized and rebuilt, and she's going to sail.
This voyage is all about bringing community with us. Our mission is to inspire all people to Mālama Honua, or to care for island Earth. Our Earth needs help, and so this voyage is really just a catalyst to get people to feel like they're a part of a movement.
Take your family with you, take your amaku with you, take everybody with you. Be strong. And in the times of weakness, everybody will have it. Just look to your brothers and sisters on board, because they will carry you. There's going to come a time when you will need to carry them. Never say goodbye to your homeland. We'll see you soon. But it's time to go. Hawaii to Tahiti is, to me, like one of the two most important voyages of the worldwide voyage. Because it's ancestral, right? It's family. You're going back to homeland.
So you have this vision, and you study your geography. You study all the 200 stars you're going to use. You study the moon and its movement through the sky. You study the sun's movement through the sky throughout your voyage. And then you're also studying weather, and clouds and wind, and you're studying oceanography with swells, and then you have it all in your mind. That's your vision. And then you take your first breath. All right, let's go to lines, let's go.
It's been 19 years since Hōkūleʻa last made the 2,500-mile journey from Hawaii to Tahiti. For the first time ever, there are 7 apprentice navigators on board. All are younger than the canoe herself, most of whom have never sailed the deep sea.
The ocean is very objective. Doesn't care who you are, what you've done before. You need to be prepared for the situations that it throws at you, and if you can't handle it, then it's gonna let you know.
What happened within a few hours of departure of Kumaka'i on the first night, 7 of the 13 crew members were not just seasick, they were incapacitated. Seasickness is normal on Hōkūleʻa, but I've never seen it at that level.
The first 4 days out of Kumaka'i were probably the roughest for our crew.
You know, I was seriously thinking about turning around, going back to Hilo.
I was really sick, and then part of me was thinking, oh my God, I've trained all the way up to this point. I think I can get over this. It's just getting your sea legs amongst all the other stuff you gotta do.
So now I'm worried about fatigue on very few crew members. And it still took 6 days for everybody to get fully their sea legs back.
This is the first day I'm feeling normal. But last night when the squalls came and we all had to help out, all hands on deck, I forgot about my seasickness and just jumped in, and I think that's what turned the corner for me.
When you're going through the squall, you know, rain clouds everywhere, you can't see the heavens, and sometimes you can't even see the horizon. And so navigation directional wise is kind of out the window, and you have to reduce it down to the wave, and your accuracy drops significantly, but only for a short amount of time.
Hōkūleʻa was traveling faster than she ever has, crossing Kealai Kahiki, on some days covering as much as 200 nautical miles.
Everyone worked hard with the weather that we were given, and we were pretty consistently moving every single day, and that's why we were so fast, because we always had wind and we didn't have like a doldrum-like condition, at least not a place where there was just no wind at all. We were just booking it every single day.
So as the escort and sister canoe to Hōkūleʻa, the priority, right, is to stay with Hōkūleʻa. You know, you have to be able to pick up speed, and how do you do that? And so for our 4-hour watch, that's what we focused on, was how to surf the waves to gain speed.
We need to sail hard and smart, no mistakes, and fast to get south and east, because that's what the course sign's asking for. So, but the two issues are inexperience and fatigue. We're not going to be able to function, at least I won't believe we can function in a safe manner with everybody so tired.
So I've been trying to figure out how to navigate this canoe for the past 48 hours or so. It's been really interesting using all of the tools that we've been taught as we've been training for this voyage. I would say the hardest part about doing this is making sure you're awake for all the right signs. Sometimes, you know, you want to be there for the moon to come up, the sun to come up, the sun to go down, certain stars to be there, and you still have to find out where you're going to sleep in between so you don't fall asleep at the wrong time.
And so you're working extremely hard, you're getting exhausted, you know, with lack of sleep. Navigators are sleeping 20 to 30 minutes at a time. So they're probably up 23 hours out of the day for like 2-3 weeks. And as unachievable as that may seem, you know, that's almost impossible to do that physically. You kind of get into a routine and a state of mind, mentally and spiritually, when you're navigating that almost becomes just amazingly doable. You guys are doing really good. We're holding the line really nicely with Hōkūleʻa just setting their sails.
Stay tuned as these young navigators battle to overcome fatigue, the elements, and their own anxieties in order to pull Tahiti from the clear blue sea.
Mālama said that last night was wonderful, with the elders and teachers sharing their thoughts to take care of each other, take care of our families and of our land. There was just so much power there.
Actually, what I was trying to say was that last night, I was with all the kumu and all the kupuna, and it was so maikai. They were sharing the mo'olelo and reminding us that we have to mālama the aina, mālama each other, and mālama the ʻOhana. I tell you, the night was so full of mana.
She's right. Without Hawaiian, it's just not the same.
Wait, did you say I was right?
Visit ahapunanaleo.org.
My name is Keone.
Aloha, my name is Ikaika.
My name is Hale. And we're Nāhoa.
And you're watching
TV.
Having weathered seasickness and stormy seas, the bonds between crew members are now further deepening in the simple moments that come with everyday living out at sea.
Hello, mai kākou. This is Austin Kino with your sunrise report. Today is June 9th. It's the day 10 of our Hawaii to Tahiti sail. Last night at sunset, we crossed Kapikowakea, or more commonly referred to as the equator. Last night, we believe we had sailed around 72 miles, and we believe that we sailed in the direction of Hakamalanai, which is one star house to the east of straight south. Mahalo again for checking in. You can visit us on our website at hōkūleʻa.com and follow us on the tracker and see us for more updates. Mahalo nui. Aloha.
Last night, we made really good time, traveling about 7 to 8 nautical miles per hour. We've traveled about 7/8 of the 2,400-mile voyage. Hopefully we'll see the manu'oku birds tomorrow morning, and they'll help us find land.
All day long we're looking, and then towards sunset we're starting to get a little demoralized because we're like, oh my God, what if we pass the island? I think we're beyond our latitude. And right then we spotted Arutua right in front of us. Yeah. So it was beautiful, beautiful moment.
Nice. Oh, I think I see it. Oh, I think I see it. Just right here. Right there. Oh my God,
me mai kai ke aheo no kalahui Hawaii ki ala.
I think when we spotted the island, it was a sense of relief. Like, okay, we can breathe now. We've done it. And then it was pretty cool watching Nainoa. He spotted the island 30 minutes before we did. And so he kept quiet and just waited for us to spot it.
You look, and then when you see that first peep of land, it's like, it's amazing. And that's when a navigator and everybody else takes that real bigger sigh of relief. Like, and it is it's a joyful sigh.
That's where the mana and the power of this crew really showed itself, was because of the difference between the beginning and the ending. It was like everybody at Kumukai were on their knees in some way, and everybody was standing up for everything that they believed in at the end. And that's, in the end, the blessing of the voyage.
After 16 days at sea, crew members aboard Hōkūleʻa and Hikianalia had arrived at Rangiroa, where they would celebrate and rest up in preparation for their arrival in Papaete. And then on June 22nd, 2014, Hōkūleʻa and Hikianalia rounded the corner into Papaete Harbor, completing the first international leg of the worldwide voyage. Hundreds gathered to welcome Hōkūleʻa and the new generation of her crew at Plage Hōkūleʻa, or Hōkūleʻa Beach, where she was first greeted on this very shore nearly 40 years ago.
What began in 1976 as just one voyage has now come to this, and it's living and it's thriving. So to be a part of that, there's really no words to express it.
We always would hear the stories of the 1976 arrival and the 1980 arrival, and when we landed, I was just grinning from ear to ear for the whole time, and like at the end of the night, my cheeks were sore. It was pretty awesome.
I was here in 1976. The people of Tahiti gave us great gifts, and they told us to be proud of who we are as Pacific people, be proud of our culture, and hang on to who we are. Tahiti changed Hawaii for the better forever.
And this awesome experience had only just begun. From welcoming busloads of Tahiti's keiki aboard Hōkūleʻa to a learning journey under the sea. More from Tahiti when we come back.
All of the epic stories of great cultures have their heroes, guardians, and legends. In Hawaii, these 21st century masters are tapping into ancestral memory in times of modern disconnect to sustain our Hawaii for generations to come. Join us for Nalawea The Masters, an original series available now on Oiwi TV, channel 326.
To build a sustainable Hawaii, we nurture the Aina, and the Aina nurtures us. The seasons progress, and so do we. Our values keep us rooted as we seed ancestral wisdom with new ideas. And hand in hand with the community, we grow Hawaii's future.
The crew settled into Papaete for several weeks of reconnecting with this community and engaging in educational outreach around Mālama Honua.
As an educator, educating for a nonprofit, I want to reach out and meet other educators, and I want to know how they carry out their curriculum and the different things that they do. And through that, we can work together and, really just learn from each other to come up with new creative ways to reach this next generation.
These efforts to exchange creative Mālama Honua initiatives took crew members on fun and inspiring learning journeys as well.
We're here in Punaʻia, and we just came in from checking out the coral outplanting site. And their main goal is just to raise awareness about how these local coral ecosystems function. They're doing some of the similar things that we're doing on the canoe, checking for water quality, seeing how the currents interact and affect the environment. It was awesome that the crew got to be involved in this whole process.
Today we planted a wili wili tree, which ties into the Worldwide Voyage's Propagate Peace project. And it's in an effort to contribute to a total of 1 million trees planted worldwide in commemoration of the Worldwide Voyage. The significance of this wili wili tree actually connects now this area, Hamuta Valley, back home to Hawaii, because this wili wili tree, which started out as a seed, actually came from the island of Koho'olawe.
Confirming ancestral ties from Mauka to Makai, crew members visited the home of Tahiti's double-hulled canoe, Fa'afaite, a voyaging community inspired by our own Hōkūleʻa.
Te whawha te waa, wa whaehia te tatomo tupuna, I ai te whenua, e ai te papa o te whenua. Te waa, o ia au te tū, tātou, te maohui, te maori, te nei.
The ʻOhana Hōkūleʻa was welcomed at Farahape, Fa'afaite's home, and brought gifts of pule, ole, and a special hula for Te Ura Wahine, the Tahitian name of the Hawaiian deity known as Pele, who lived here at Fara'ape before her storied migration to Hawaii.
Ua ike maka ia no kona kino lau o ka wailele, kaua, so he mea nui ka ike maka ana. Ua koho ia keia mele o akaluna o pu'onioni, no ka mea, kekahi mana o nui o keia mele, o ia ho'i ka ho'o mana o ana ia ka koa pau. He haka mea nui o ke kanaka ka mea nui. O kekahi manao o Mālama Honua, kekahi Honua o ia ho'i ke ia, ke kino o ke kanaka. Ma kekahi ano, he kupono paha ke la mele I ka manao nui o ke ia holo ana puni ka Honua o ia ho'i Mālama Honua.
Another priceless lesson for crew members to take with them on their mission to Mālama Honua.
E whiruri mai te mahana, e aha tumuri mai. Te te hapit ai e te wā. E te atua e tere hānoa, mai tu e motu te atu te te atu whenua. E hi ona amua, me nahea tātou, tu whanau te e tere. Te te mo hapit a tā, me nepero tā mātou I apune I e whawha, I te mahana. Te wā, e hai pia hapit a hume home te.
The special connections that the canoes make to people and place are none more evident than in Tautira, Hōkūleʻa's home away from home.
Tautira in 76 and the 70s was the home of all of the canoe builders. It was the home of the greatest paddlers in Tahiti, in the world really. As soon as the canoe came here, the people adopted the canoe, adopted the crew, adopted the whole concept of what it was all about. It's truly amazing for that community because they're not only celebrating visitors on a canoe coming home, they're celebrating family coming home.
And that was truly the case for Maui Tautaha. His grandfather, Puaniho, was a master canoe builder and carver. When Hōkūleʻa first arrived in Tahiti, Puaniho and the Tautira community took in the crew as if they were their own. It was almost destined that Maui, who was born and raised in Hawaii, would find his way back, a reunion 35 years in the making.
My connection with this va'a and this ʻOhana va'a began in 1976, and it was really about generosity. The generosity that the people of Tautira showed the crew members of Hōkūleʻa.
And the generosity of host communities like Tautira that make this voyage possible will be experienced around the world as these va'a and her holokai or crew members are cared for around the globe.
Mr. Dinner's a say mahalo to all of the families that have taken care of us. They fed us and shuttled us around, housed us in their home, welcomed us as family, and we've become family. The best way is to mahalo your family is to cook for them. And what better way than to prepare some of our traditional foods for them.
When we come back, a whole new crew of ʻOhana va'a prepared to take the helm for the next leg of Mālama Honua.
After 40 years of honoring ancestors, revitalizing cultural identity and reclaiming non-instrument navigation, connecting communities, and encouraging environmental awareness. Hōkūleʻa is now championing a global movement to care for our island Earth.
I'm inspired by its global mission.
Join the movement and sail along with us at hōkūleʻa.com.
The eyes of our keiki reflect the adventure of learning. We're investing nearly $50 million in early education every year to help ensure that the adventure lasts a lifetime.
After more than a month away from home, it was time for crew members aboard Hōkūleʻa and Hikianaleia's first leg of the worldwide voyage to say ahui ho, aloha, as Tahiti welcomed the next round of sailors from Hawaii.
The crew makeup for the second leg of the international Mālama Honua voyage was made up of mostly members from ʻOhana wā. We have Punaleo's Hokualakai crew, Kauai High's Makali of Naklai Wa'a Moku Hawaii, Huio Wa'a Kaulua Maui's Mokia crew, Hawaii Loa, and then we had the Kauai Voyaging Society's crew from Namohoi.
Since her launch in 1975, Hōkūleʻa has inspired these new wa'a communities, not only here in Hawaii, but throughout all of Polynesia.
When you match us up with our South Pacific cousins, the Tua Pitmans and Peia Patais of the Cook Islands, Matahi Tutave from Tahiti, Jacko from Aotearoa. It's been a godsend in that it's created a much greater depth for us to pool our leadership resources from.
And we owe this growth and the revitalized tradition of Polynesian navigation to one source.
Hōkūleʻa, it's the mom. You know, wherever you go, whatever canoe's out there, it's mom.
As her ʻOhana continues to grow, they have formed an association, appropriately called ʻOhana Wa'a.
ʻOhana Wa'a was meant to bring us together. Yeah, meant us to bring together to make one strong family. Now that it's expanded beyond Hawaii, ʻOhana's got a big reach.
When Hōkūleʻa actually came in and opened a lot of eyes and realized that we have to go back and take our knowledge and bring it back for our young ones.
That's why I'm here now. That's why Pei is here now. That's why Jacko's here now. The worldwide voyage is a continuation of what's already started years ago. It's about being able to pass on the mantle to the younger generation that are going to be looking after these canoes.
We had always intended that the complexion of this voyage should reflect the nature of a very large voyaging community coming together to support the Mālama Honua mission and vision. It was special because this varied audience of participants came together, basically met at the airport, arrived in Papeete as a bunch of individuals who really didn't know each other, but they grew to become this family. And it's amazing how the canoes can produce the magic of collective, collaborative thinking, getting everybody to come to agreement and to support a singular mission. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome.
Hōkūleʻa has carried this mana from the very beginning that has reconnected all of us again. Mālama Honua allowed us to become clear about how we can assist and who we are as this voyaging ʻOhana, and everything that we do, we're all on this wa'a together. We're all on this voyage together. We continue to carry that message that the only way we do this is that we do it together.
Mahalo for joining us, and stay tuned next week as some of Hōkūleʻa's heroes and legends take the helm and venture further south through French Polynesia and on to Samoa. Visit Hōkūleʻa.com and Oiwi TV for various resources to learn more about Hōkūleʻa's history and to sail along with us and support the worldwide voyage. Aloha.